Welcome to A Poor Millionaire. Today we're going to talk about 5 things you can do for Christmas to save money. It is the Christmas time. Got those Christmas carols going on. Got the eggnog, got the tree, got all the gifts, got the kids, got the family, and you're ready to spend some money. You're burning a hole. This is 5 things that you can do to save money. You should try to save money all year round, obviously. Saving money is the easiest way to make money is to save money. Saving money is what's necessary for you to build your wealth and build your success. Without saving money, you're not going to be able to build a business, you're not going to be able to buy real estate, you're not going to be able to invest in yourself, and you're not going to have a great future. So you have to save money. Things like Christmas come along and they wipe out your savings. Number 1, budget. Budget's extremely important. You have to stay on budget. You have to say, I'm going to spend, let's say, I'm going to keep it really low. Let's say, well, really low. Depends on some people spend $5,000 for Christmas. Some people spend $500 for Christmas. Some people spend $1,000. Let's say you spend $1,000 total for Christmas and you have 10 people that you spend $100 each on. Now, obviously, this is just made up numbers. Every situation is different. You could have 5 that you spend $200 on. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is you stay on budget. You have 10 people, $100 each. You spend one and tell the people. That's the other thing you do. You talk to each family member and you say, hey, this year the budget for you is going to be about $100. What type of gift are you looking for so I can make sure I get you the right thing, and that way I spend my money appropriately. I'm not just buying you junk that you don't need, that you throw in a closet, or junk that you throw away, or junk that you have to return. So, and you can always go with the gift card. That's the other idea, is buy them a $100 gift card. So, number 1, make a budget, stick to your budget, be very, very careful about your budget. Make sure that you stay on your budget. Stay within your budget, because if you don't stay within your budget, you're going to run up those credit cards, you're going to have to pay interest on that. And then all of a sudden, you're working the opposite direction. Instead of building wealth, you're reducing your wealth. Instead of becoming financially independent, you're becoming financially dependent upon working that job every day. And that's what you want to get away from. You want to save your money so you can invest it in real estate or building a business or yourself, or paying off your current debts like your automobile, your house, or anything of that nature that you'd like to pay off. Now, most times, obviously, paying off your house is probably the last thing you want to do because the interest rate's so low. But that's for another video. The number 2 most ideal thing to do to save money at Christmas is to press the like button. You thought I forgot, didn't you? I have forgotten a lot of other videos. Press the like button. Go ahead. I'll wait. All right. Now that you've done that, number 2 way to save money at Christmas is to buy online. Now, I like brick and mortar businesses as much as the next guy, but let's be serious. Driving to a store, fighting people in line, waiting. Just the time alone of the driving, the standing in line, the walking, the searching, and it may not be there. You don't have the right thing. It's just not worth the time spent. Never mind. Usually the store ends up costing more than buying it online. So buying online is the number 2 way you can save money. Just purchase the product online. You can also get discounts. If you get Amazon's credit card, you can get a 5% discount. There's a million ways that you can save money and buy it cheaper online. Of course, obviously, you got to buy a little ahead of time to make sure that it comes in on time and before Christmas. So buying online is essential for saving money at Christmas. If you don't do this, you're going to be out there driving around, fighting people, and you're going to stand in line. I can't tell you how much of a headache, and you know how much of a headache Christmas shopping is. You've all done it. You all know the lines, and you forget every year, and you're like almost excited. You're like, oh, I'm so excited, all the lights and stuff. And I like going to the malls and walking around during Christmas and seeing all the beautiful stuff. But I don't want to go in those busy stores where people are lined up, everybody's fighting and elbowing and trying to get to that line, and then they shut down a cashier while you're standing there, and then the lines can merge, and suddenly the line is 3 times as long. You've been waiting in line for, it's like freaking being at Disneyland or something. You got 2-hour wait to cash out your stuff, and then you got the guy standing around doing nothing. You're like, why don't you just ring some stuff up? Come on. You're not. Are you busy? Come on. You busy? Come on. It's like you're at Walmart, right? Don't get me started. Then going to Walmart's just as bad, because normally Walmart's packed, and then during the holidays it's packed even more if you're going to try to Walmart shop it. And then you go to Walmart and all the shelves are bare. They don't have what you need. So, and then of course, obviously, Black Friday. Black Friday is the same problem. Obviously, Black Friday is officially past this year, but let's assume next year. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday is when you can buy stuff online. Black Friday is when you can buy it at the store. But a lot of stores are now allowing you, like Walmart. I actually bought a TV on Black Friday, or the next day. I've forgotten which day it was. I bought a TV for a 55-inch Samsung for $330. And I didn't want to draw. I've done this before, where I rush down to Walmart on a Black Friday, and I stand in line, and I fight with all these people, and I'm there at 4 a.m. and I waste all this time, and I'm standing in line, and I'm the last guy in there, and boom, I don't get a TV. And it's some lady had her friend holding the place, and she shows up at the last minute. And sure enough, and I'm like, hey, you haven't been standing here for the last 3 hours. She's like, oh, I've been shopping. But they've been holding my place in line. I'm like, that's not how it works. But evidently that was how it works. Guess what? I just wasted 3 hours of my life getting up at 4 or 5 hours actually, getting up 4 a.m., driving to Walmart, standing in line for 2 hours. And then, I'm sitting here going, what am I going to do now? I need this TV for whatever I'm trying to do, or laptop, or whatever it was. So, you guys have all been there. You know what I'm talking about. So the best thing is just don't get involved in the rat race. Skip it. If you can, even if it costs you a little bit more because you didn't hit that Black Friday save, the amount of time that you save could be put into more productive and useful things that could make you more money. All right? It's just not worth it. That is for people. Absolutely. Your time, if you are unemployed and homeless, it's worth it to go stand in Walmart for Black Friday sales. If you're not, if you have employed or you have a job, and if you have a serious job or a high-skilled job where you make, more than $10 an hour, there's no reason to go stand in Walmart to fight all that. And then, like I said, on top of all that, you could still not get the actual thing that you're looking for after you've wasted 5 hours of your life and all countless and still end up with nothing. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Black Friday is dead. All right? It's dead for high-end, high-skilled employees. For homeless people, yes. Homeless people should definitely do Black Friday because you got nothing else to do and you're sitting around. If you have nothing else to do, go shop Black Friday. Stand in line, fight with the people, elbow your way in, fight over the vacuum cleaner. It's like, oh, I want the vacuum cleaner. No, I want it. No, I want it. And you're just and everyone's sitting there going, it's a vacuum cleaner, right? I mean, it's not worth the dignity, it's not worth the time, and it's not worth your money. All right, and time is money. So saving time is saving money. Because if you should be a high-skilled employee. You should be making good money. And if you're making anything above $10 an hour, anything above, and obviously you should be making a lot more than $10 an hour, but if you're making anything above $10 an hour, you should not be standing in line waiting to get a vacuum cleaner for $10 cheaper than what it was on Thursday. And on top of that, more than likely you can get the exact same price online and get it shipped to you and not have to ever leave your house, not have to waste the gas, waste the time, waste the energy, waste the headache. Number 3 thing you should do to save money at Christmas is you need to talk to your relatives. And you need to tell them, you need to say, all right, this year is going to be the big year. Next year is going to be the small year. And if you've already had, because what I used to do every year is I'd put out this big, huge Christmas thing, and I'd buy everybody all this stuff they didn't need, and all these gadgets and doodads and stuff. And they get used to it. They're like, oh, we're going to spend $2,000 at Christmas this year, and everybody's getting everything they could possibly want, right? Well, next year they expect you to do that plus more, because now it's got to be bigger and grander than the year before. You have to outdo yourself. You're constantly outdoing yourself. So how do you get out of this cycle? What I found is I have one good year where we buy a little bit extra, and then we have one slow year. And when I tell everyone, I say, hey, this is the year we're not going to buy the expensive stuff. This is going to be and what I do is and this is normal business cycles usually. 1 year you make a ton of money, next year you don't make as much. Next year you make a ton of money, next year you don't make as much. Obviously, if you have 2 phenomenal, just absolutely back-to-back great years. You might want to confuse everyone and have 2 years of great Christmases. What I like to do, though, is friends and family, I say, hey, this year it's been a rough year, and we're just going to cut back this year. And that way, next year, when you give them extra and greater, it's going to build up that surprise. So at least every other year, you're going to have that big Christmas shopping year. It's a really good way to keep it on budget, because the problem is, if you spend, let's assume you spend $1,000 this year. Well, next year there's going to be that creep where you're going to spend $1,000 plus $100. Or $1,000 plus $200. So now you got $1,200 you're spending on Christmas, and then the next year everybody's going to expect that $1,200 plus a little bit more. Now you're spending $1,400, and pretty soon you're spending $2,000 on Christmas. And just so you can get that, it's like getting that high. Everyone wants to get excited about the Christmas. You've got to get them. You got to set their expectations and set your own expectations. One other thing you should do on Christmas is never buy for yourself when it's Christmas. Stop, reframe. I have a bad habit of doing this because I'm sitting there shopping and I'm trying to buy whatever I need, and I see something that I need and I'm like, buy. And I'm like, no. But in the end of the year, it's hard not to buy that last big ticket item, just to especially for the business. For the business, it's hard at the end of the year not to buy the last big item that you need for your company. And sometimes you have to, just for tax reasons. But for yourself, for like random, it's like going out. If you go out shopping, I guarantee you, if I went out shopping for Christmas gifts, I'd be like, oh, I need some new pants. I need a new shirt. I need some new shoes. I mean, I'd be walking out with $300 to $400 just for myself of stuff that I really don't need. I was just there. I saw something neat and I wanted to buy it. Just random things that I saw that I liked, and I'd be like, I just buy them on a spare notice, and then I'd have another $300 that I have to walk out the door with on top of all the other stuff that I just bought. So it's just that part of that, staying home and shopping online, prevents you from you personally going out, because you've got this $1,000 and you're like, well, I want a little bit of that $1,000. I want to spend some money on myself, right? You got to avoid that. Got to avoid it by not spending money on yourself. The fifth way that you can save money at Christmas. This is a doozy. And this one requires a little bit of forethought. You buy your Christmas tree, your wrapping paper, your Christmas lights, everything that's Christmas, everything that has Christmas written on it, all your snowmen, all your snow globes, all your decorations, the day after Christmas. This is when, or the week after Christmas. The week after Christmas is even better, because the day after Christmas, it's 50% off. The week after Christmas, it's like 75% off. They're giving it away. They're like, please take this tree. Please take these lights. Please take this wrapping paper. You can get wrapping paper that was $10 during Christmas for $1. For just cheap, or 50 cents. I mean, they're literally just like, please take it. It's the same thing with Halloween. After Halloween, when's the cheapest day to buy candy? The day after Halloween. What's the cheapest day to buy Christmas trees and Christmas lights? Day after Christmas. So, you want to have a great Christmas? You want to save money? Buy online. Set a budget. Follow your budget. Talk to your family and friends. Make sure they understand how much you're going to spend on them, how much it is. Make sure that you set expectations. One year have a good year, next year have a slow year. This creates where they still get that excitement of Christmas, and it teaches them that there are cycles, that money just doesn't grow on trees, that we're not just super rich and that's the thing, is once you get a little bit of money, you get a high paying job, everybody suddenly thinks that the money just comes flowing every day. They just expect that they're going to get more and more money. So what you have to do is you have to set their expectations, lower their expectations by 1 year, saying, hey, this year wasn't that great for me, and I made not as much money as I thought, so this Christmas is going to be a little dry. I'm still going to get you a gift. I'm still going to take care of you. What would you like in this budget? We're going to do $50 this year instead of $100. What's with it? What could I buy for you and around $50 that would be perfect for you? And if you can't figure it out, obviously you go to the gift card, right? And then the next year you do the big Christmas, all right? And like I said, if you have 2 monster years, just like, you just win the lottery. The first year you have a great year in business. The next year you win the lottery. Obviously, splurge a little. But remember, just because you have money doesn't mean you should spend it. You should invest it. Really, that money should come from The money that if you win the lottery, you should immediately invest all that money, and the money you spend on Christmas should be the like rental income for your rental property, or dividends from your stock, or money coming in from the businesses that you built, started, or bought that are paying for those, for paying your income. And then that income you buy your Christmas, not off the lottery, not off your principal. You buy it off of your interest, off of your payments, off of your dividends, off the money you're making off. That's how you save money. That's how you make money, is you be responsible. Think about what you're doing. Get a budget, stay on the budget. Buy your stuff, buy all your Christmas wrapping paper, all your lights, all your trees, all your lights. And this is hard to do because you're like, hey, I don't have all the lights I want this year, and I really want to go grand. Well, if you want to go grand this year, you need to buy everything. I mean, think about it. If you can buy Christmas lights for $20, $20 right now, $20 for like 300 lights. It's ridiculous, right? You just wait till the day after Christmas or the week after Christmas. You can go to Walmart and pick them up for way cheaper, $5, $10, so much cheaper. Then you can buy all that you want. So next year you can have that fabulous, beautiful, explosive Christmas. Now, obviously, that's really budgeting it. But that's an excellent way to really save money. And saving money is just like making money, all right? The more money you save, the more money you make, all right? If you save it, you make it. It's just like it's even better than making it, because when you save money, you don't have to pay taxes on it. That is the genius of saving money. The number one thing about saving money is you don't have to pay taxes on it. So guys, have a great Christmas and save all your money. Make sure that you don't run those credit cards up. Be frugal, stay on budget, buy online, and be careful out there. You guys have a great Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.